Okay, so now it's time for building a new window to my barn, and I think it might be a good idea to make a chamfer on the edge, and for that purpose I would use my router, the modified router I did in another episode, and I was thinking just to add some wood, build it from wood, and see how simple it could be done. But I also figured out that I have a default router, a hand router, and from that router I also have this fence that you can mount. And I was thinking, why not try just to use that one? Then I just need to mount it on the fence for the table saw, and I need some kind of way to hold it to the fence table saw fence. I could just drill a couple of holes here in the fence and just put in a couple of bolts, and then it was mounted. But I was also looking into having a kind of solution for the dust collection, dust and chip collection. So I think I was actually needing also a kind of solution how to mount the hose from my dust collector. So I figured, okay, I will go for this solution, and then I needed, of course, to saw some pieces, and I had some plywood laying, and I think plywood is a really good material to work from. So yeah, I just cut some pieces here for some certain sizes, and yeah, you have seen pieces being cut before, so let's just jump directly into it. So here we have the top and the bottom, or you can say the piece that will hold it to the fence, and then I need to close the sides, and then in the top I will mount the hose for the dust collection somehow. So to spare you from all that work and all the thoughts I had, then you can see here the parts when it has almost finalized. And yeah, I glue it all up and ended with this piece here of wood, so to speak. So then it's just to put it all together. The dust collection is going in here, and then I just mount it on the top of the fence, the portable fence here, and then I tied it down so I was sure that it will not split apart when I start using it. So yeah, and because they were there already, I could just reuse it, so it makes sense. And then in the back side I had the last screw here, also a hand screw, and this is actually to mount it, so it can be mounted really quickly, and of course mounted to the table saw fence. So it's just to pop it over like this, just where you want to have it, and then you tie it down, and it's actually pretty stable, as you can see here. So, and this is seen from the back side. You just turn this nut here, and then you can actually dismount it. So now it's time to look into the dust collection. How does it work? As you can see here, also the fence has these plastics gliders, and it is possible to change them to something else, something larger if I think I need that. But in the first place, I think it's okay as it is here now. And for the dust collection test, I found some dust or some small chips I had on the floor from another project, and then as you can see, it's working pretty okay. The suction is really good, and Of course the router is not running at the moment. That is kind of stupid when I'm trying to do this. So the next thing is, now we go to check or test if it works. I can see here there is this edge I need to go around when I come through or past the router bit, but that's a minor. So here just run it a couple of times just to see how it looks, and it actually looks pretty okay, and as you can see there's no dust, so the dust collection is actually working pretty okay. So now it's time to change to another router bit, and in this case I will change it to one that is round, so it will make a round edge, a fillet edge. So yeah, nothing much to say here, it's just to change and put on the screws again so we are ready. And then just lower it down to a suitable height. And as you can see here, it's very easy to kind of small adjust a little if you need that. And then the fence back in place. And when I put the fence and want to line the fence, I can use a piece of wood, so I can place the wood at the fence and just adjust it so it will follow the ball bearing on this router bit here. And then another test, see if it works. And it's actually not that much I take here, but again, as you can see, there's no dust, and I think that's probably also one of the main purpose why I have built this one, just keep it simple. It's more or less for all the dust and all the chips you get when you use a router. So the next thing I will check here is I will just get a little higher and take a little more, see how it looks like, how is the finish, is it okay? And yeah, well, you have the ball bearing, so it's actually like, yeah, it should work. So you can see here how it looks. It looks okay. So now it's just to start use it, and I do a test with the router bit here, the ones I want to use for my window, so I can break all the edges with a chamfer. So I just needed to figure the size of the chamfer and do a test, and then I created the window, and here's the result. You can see the chamfer here on the window, the back side, and as you can see it's pretty even all the way down, so the result is pretty good, so I'm satisfied with that. And this is how the window looks like when it has been mounted, but from the other side. So, but thank you for watching, and have a nice day.